A remedy has been discovered for urban ills traceable to below poverty income levels, substance abuse, homelessness, and related problems. The formula is called supportive housing, and prominent commercial and residential owner and developer Emet Realty wears its badge.
Our philosophy is creating dignity through housing and economic opportunities. While building commercial endeavors is a cornerstone of our business, equally important is helping people in various aspects of their lives.
In addition to the company's successful commercial real estate endeavors across the Eastern Seaboard, Emet is a driving force behind the construction of supportive housing. In the large New Jersey urban centers of Trenton, Union City, West New York, and Jersey City, Emet has constructed sizable apartment buildings for people with low income. Recognizing that poor financial condition is often tied to larger psychological and social issues, Emet has spearheaded partnerships with local nonprofit organizations to provide on-site rehabilitative assistance using HUD grants and other funding. The result: happier individuals, cleaner and safer neighborhoods, improved cities, and at some venues, even the cleanup of once environmentally hazardous sites.
Our company's history had been in the rooming and boarding house industry. We have buildings throughout the state of New Jersey. Started to see that the residents needed more help. They didn't just need housing.
One successful model of Emet Realty supportive housing is known as Escher Street, located in Trenton, New Jersey. Many of the residents of this 105-unit building begin their stay in the transitional housing side of the building. While some find their way there through the State Division of Parole, others come through recommendation of the County Board of Social Services, and a few wander in by chance.
We have different housing programs that we deal with, and Escher is very good as far as taking clients in. They're always willing to help us, and the staff at Escher Street is very accommodating for us. I've seen people who were down to their last wits, down to the very end, and got into programs like that and applied themselves to those programs and ended up getting back on their feet and being very self-sufficient and very successful at the end.
What we like to do is keep a guy back here for 90 days, 3 months at a minimum. And that gives him the opportunity to get his feet on the ground, gives him the opportunity to be involved in some type of vocational training, some type of educational training, take care of his substance abuse problems, and once that is taken care of and we see that he's doing okay and he has the motivation and conviction to move on, then we try to take him out of our structured unit and put him into a permanent housing unit next door, which is our SRO. And what that is it's independent living. You have your own key to the door, you have your own pass key to the front door, you pay for your own phone bill, you pay your own cable bill. It's more or less getting them acclimated to paying their own bills instead of welfare or somebody else paying their bills for them.
I came out of prison and the only alternative I had was either the homeless shelter or what they call the rescue mission or a transitional housing type unit, which is Escher Street. Escher Street's far more better than the homeless shelter because it's like that stepping stone you need to get to reinstate yourself back into life or to society. I see a good future for myself. I can see myself back out there doing the right thing. You know, we're not perfect through life. I just happened to be one of those type individuals. Everything was going good and I screwed it up in a short amount of time, and now I just want to get back on track and succeed again.
We wish there would be more Escher Streets throughout New Jersey. We're very happy to have them here in Trenton to take our people, and I've seen such a change in people who have in the past have constantly in and out of prison, These are guys that have been now straight for 4 or 5 years, and I believe a lot of it is, of course, the support that they have with NAAA, different programs, and of course they've changed themselves, but I also believe it's where they're at. I mean, they're dealing with a place that really cares about them, a place that sets guidelines and discipline, which I never had before. If I could just take what they've done and bottle it and sell it, I think I'd be a millionaire.
Qualified residents of the SRO are required to pay 30% of their monthly income towards rent, and the remainder is subsidized by the federal government.
We've had people from all walks of life come and start their life over again. You know, people look at people and they see them homeless and they think they've just been bums or junkies, but like 2 paychecks will make you homeless. And no one seems to understand there's another part of being homeless. You could have a job and still be homeless and not just be able to afford the rent or to have a place to go or no one else to care. SRO cares for people. We have a social service program that helps people. We refer them, and people have a chance. If they want to do something at our SRO, they can change their whole life and turn everything completely around.
I was staying in a motel paying $40 a night, which I couldn't afford. I was working part-time, and it's hard, you know. Your kids grown up, and it's like you have nobody, you know. So I put an application in here while I was still working, and they let me in, and I'm very grateful for that.
Balanced Housing Corp., the parent company of Escher Street, and other subsidiaries under the umbrella of Emet Realty often train and hire residents of their buildings when job opportunities arise.
If I wouldn't have been here, I wouldn't have nowhere to go. I would have probably been on the street or living in the Mission or someplace, probably in a park or something. But now it's a whole new look. I look better, clothes is clean, and not living like a homeless person. So I think I benefit a lot from this place here, and I'm ready to move on probably, and then let somebody else move into where I was at, you know, to fill my spot, so they could do the same thing I've done.
The experiences of residents who have moved on, away from the safety net of Escher Street, are the best yardsticks of the success of the Emet Realty SRO.
I got into the room in January. Well, in January, they needed a maintenance guy over at Trent Treatment Center. I did what I had to do. The rent was good. It was $42 a month I paid my rent for my room. And then I moved out and got my own place. And in the end, I was there 18 months at Escher Street. And they were the best 18 months of my life, because today I can live and pay taxes like a normal citizen.
I moved into Escher Street project at August of 2001, and from there I went to community college, Mercer County Community College here in Trenton, and from there I got the job here, working for the Department of Education, all within a 2-year period. And I'm about to move now into an apartment like I want.
Seeking to capitalize on its achievements, in 1999, Emet purchased a dilapidated lot in Union City and built another supportive housing apartment building called the Renaissance Project.
Emet many a time will mentor not-for-profit social service entities and bring them into the world of real estate development and ownership. This building is such an example. Emet and North Hudson Cap joined resources to co-develop the property.
Thank you.
When we looked at the package, it was a pleasure to see that Ron Brown was involved with it. He has a strong reputation in supporting the community, in bringing together feasible, well thought through, financially secure projects, that it made it even more appealing to us.
While Escher Street was developed for homeless individuals, residency at the Renaissance Project is for working families whose earnings fall below median income, making housing costs unaffordable. The nonprofit that serves the building is the North Hudson Community Action Corp.
Ron basically approached me with this concept of having this property available, and could we come together with a partnership and seek the appropriate funding of the tax credits and county home funds and what have you, to put together a really unique project to take a blighted area of our community and make it into something special. We have a wonderful building. It's 4 stories. It's aesthetically beautiful. It's safe. It's clean.
And I feel proud. I feel proud of myself that I'm getting somewhere in life. I told my girlfriend, you know, that I didn't feel so much. You know, I used to always have problems with it. You know, I didn't feel I was getting nowhere. You know, we're always short on money for this, always short on money for that. Now being here, I feel, you know, I'm getting somewhere. You know, I could actually get things that I want to get.
In addition to the Union City building, Emet has brought its supportive housing concept to West New York and Jersey City.
Our biggest strengths are linkage and leverage. By linkage, we take existing properties that we may rehab or we may build new properties. And what we do is we find local nonprofit organizations to help give social services. We mentor these nonprofits to understand and help become involved in the housing industry. At that point, we also get involved in leveraging, where we take existing government programs that provide funding, we get other financing, and then many times we will syndicate the properties so that we wind up with a model that is both functional, creative, and will continue on for many years.
When Emet Realty drives a project, everyone is a winner. Tenants now able to emerge from once darkened personal tunnels. Nonprofits given a chance to provide the services for which they were established. Financial institutions seeking to make sound community investments, and governmental bodies, the workload of which is lightened by the provision of housing and social services in the special formula that bears the signature of Emet. The appearance of this real estate company on the radar of any city or town spells resounding and contagious success in addressing a spectrum of challenging issues.
I believe probably the success of Escher Street SRO in particular, among with others, has been due to those partnerships that guys like Ron Brown and Frank Grass have been able to forge in their tenure. And some of them may not have been easy, but nonetheless, these gentlemen realized their commitment and what's at stake, and saving lives is the bottom line.